All right, here we got another week of Weekly Top 5, Joe. We're doing Eurovision week.
Yeah.
We had a commenter comment this exact list of Eurovision performances a lot.
Yeah.
And we kept seeing it. We kept putting it off, but now we're actually going to do it.
And we have very little knowledge of Eurovision.
Right. I think the only thing I've seen about Eurovision, I've watched clips of ABBA performing on Eurovision in the 70s.
Yeah, that's like 50 years ago. So yeah, that's pretty much what we know about Eurovision is that ABBA kind of like exploded onto the scene in Eurovision. That was a big thing.
Yeah.
And right before this video, I looked it up. Eurovision was first held in 1951, and it's been held every year besides 2020 since 1956. So that's about all I know about Eurovision.
All right, so this first one is Blanca Paloma, EAEA, from Spain, I guess. Never heard of this artist.
2023.
Never seen any of these.
So this is new. This is this year. Yeah. Look at these guys. I love that. That's us. That's us right there. Yeah. Okay.
All right. I see what's going on here. So there's like, it's a whole spectacle.
Of course.
Someone's not just going, it's not like open mic night. It's like the camera
Did
people.
Did you just say, oh yeah. I came in this video thinking, I thought Eurovision was just going to be like open mic night down at the old pub.
I knew it was a proper performance, Joe.
No, it's like much more than American Idol. It's probably more so what you're thinking.
It's extremely produced.
Yes, very produced. There's more visuals and lighting, and it seems more detailed. Yeah. Yes, very cool.
That's great. I mean, the camera people are involved.
Oh,
and so, I mean, there's multiple camera angles and all that stuff. And
yeah, it's very...
They're moving. She moved all around the stage and everything.
It's very cool.
That was great.
And
so how about that vibrato?
Oh yeah.
Her vibrato was, I can't even.
And it had a sort of Middle Eastern feel.
It did.
It did, but it wasn't Spanish.
It wasn't Spanish. Well, the Iberian sound. So I've heard a couple of Rosalia's songs. Isn't it like flamenco? They have the clapping, that tick, 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 tick,
Oh,
tick,
maybe.
tick, all the clapping sounds, and you saw the backup dancers were clapping.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not versed at all.
Oh.
Not even gonna say I'm not well versed.
You're not
I'm not versed. I'm not versed in Spanish music.
Well, I would go ahead and say that I'm poorly versed in Spanish
Very good.
music,
So someone maybe who's more versed.
yeah, give us your verses.
Anyone who's versed, preferably well versed, could give us a little bit more.
Was this a flamenco-ish style or just straight up flamenco? I don't know.
And if it wasn't, don't just say no. It wasn't flamenco.
What do you want him to say, Jeff?
Tell us, maybe what would have made it flamenco. Don't just say, no, you're wrong and you're dumb. Give us a little bit more pizzazz than that.
All right.
Or everyone comment that now. And I'd like hundreds of, it wasn't flamenco.
Idiot.
Stupid Americans.
But what I will say, her vibrato was wonderful. She really laid into it. And I liked her outfit, but you know what I also liked, Joe?
This camera thing was amazing.
The camera thing was amazing, but there's also a moment where the camera's directly above her head, and her hairline is perfectly straight.
Yes. Well, Mike, that's just classic hair and makeup.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they could just paste it down, but it looks fantastic.
One problem I have though is a lot of dots out on this LED video dance floor here.
No one else in the world noticed.
I'm the one.
But Joe, Joe works in production, so that's part of his job.
This is part of my job, is to spot these things. Should have cleaned it up before you put the camera on it. No one would notice from the other angles, but Joe would notice from this one.
Joe noticed.
Yeah, it looks like
I
it's
noticed
dirty.
her beautiful hair.
Yeah, I couldn't keep my eyes off all those out pixels.
What do you think she's got? 7 or 8 inches right here, Joe? Well, and centimeters, excuse me, to all the Europeans.
I was about to say, Mike, you
10
might
centimeters?
need to make that in centimeters.
10, maybe 12 centimeters here? Those are tall
Well, if you
heels.
said 7 inches, that would be like 15 plus centimeters.
Really?
Well, a foot is 30 centimeters. So.
I don't really know. Oh, that's the conversion rate?
Roughly.
I mean, everyone's got to be laughing at Americans for measuring things in feet. The things that are on the bottom of our legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 12 feet long.
I know.
And our measurement of a foot is larger than most people's feet.
Yeah. I think it's like the average adult man's foot.
Ah, okay. That
It's
makes
roughly
sense.
in that range. But it's also really dumb that we decided to do inches, which is like 12 and not 10. Why would we
12?
want it? And why so many fractions?
Well, 12 is exciting, Joe.
We live our lives in fractions.
Why 12
in
hours in the
America.
day? Why not 10?
Why 60 minutes?
I know. Why not 100? Why don't you just inch it around?
Well,
I'm using that word.
Yeah, that's right. I know. Why don't we centimeter it around? No one says that.
Why don't we nudge it around?
Yeah, there you go.
So that there are 100 minutes in an hour, 10 hours in a half a day.
Yeah.
Or just a whole
Metric
day.
time.
Metric time. Europe, get on this, please. America will never.
That's right. We love fractions.
Never.
We love half past, quarter before.
Yeah, and miles.
Oh.
Don't British people do miles?
Yeah, I think so. 5,280 feet. How far is it? I mean, I'm blown away. They decided to not make it 5,283 or something.
I
Like
know,
just
it's
some
madness.
arbitrary number.
It is an arbitrary. Anyways, back to this wonderful performer, Blanca Paloma. Joe, let's check out that little vibrato action. He's clapping. I feel like that's some kind of Spanish music. Yeah. And then the light show, all red. It's beautiful.
Yeah, she's really setting a tone here.
That direct eye contact into the camera was tense.
I was tense.
I call it fierce, Joe.
Is that the word you would use?
Uh-huh.
Very wonderful. Yeah, that was cool. I mean, I don't know. I had to get my bearings watching this a little bit, just trying to figure out, what we're doing here with Eurovision and this music and then I was just like you. The camera started moving. That was really cool. The lighting and all that stuff. I was really into that. And then she comes out with that power towards the end.
She really sold it.
Can't get enough clapping either.
And I recognized one line. I think she kept repeating Mio Nino. Was it my kid, my son? No, that's Mijo. Mio Nino, my child.
My boy.
My boy.
I don't know I don't know if there's a slang to it, but Nino means boy and Neo means mine.
My boy. Ah, okay. So it might not necessarily mean an actual child. It might be like a boyfriend or like my significant
if she
other.
said mijo or mijo, that would be.
Right, Mijo. Mijo doesn't sing the same way Mio Nino sings.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was really good. And this is number 5.
My boy
on
would
the
be
list.
mi niño. I forget what mio means. I think mio means mine.
Mine.
Mine boy.
Mine boy. All right, well, let us know in the comments. If you speak Spanish, translate this for us, please.
Let us know how good our translations are. I'm assuming they're not versed. I would say underversed.
Unversed.
Yeah, unversed.
And we're going to try to translate all these languages.
Yeah, I'm sure all these other...
Whatever.
Well, first we're going to guess what they are.
Because we probably won't know. All right, well, this one just came out and said Spain, so...
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
I just heard,
title.
we live near people that speak Spanish a lot. We have family members that speak Spanish, so...
See, Joe, see.
We live near it. Vivimos.
I'm one of those family members Joe's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe lives near me.
Yeah, I live near
speak
Mike.
Spanish.
Mike hablo español muy bien.
See.
Yeah.
All right, well, moving on to the next one. That was great.
I just said, Mike, I speak Spanish muy bien because I said hablo, not habla.
Oh, yeah.
Or
I
habla.
speak Spanish.
Mike, I speak Spanish. Very good.
All right, ready?
Yes.